Hey, what is going on everybody? Desir here with my round 3 opponent. Looks like I'm going against Brute Pickle, and I'm currently on a 2-0 run. I feel like I'm flying a little bit too close to the sun right now, because if I win this, I will need to go 2-1 next week, and at the least, and that will get me into the Masters right before the payout. So there's a lot of pressure on me right now. Let's take a look at my opponent and his defenses, and see how I'm gonna game plan for this guy. So Brute Pickle is about 67 million TCP. That little bit of TCP difference really doesn't make a difference because of how they've been doing this Cosmic Crucible. So TCP isn't like the defining factor of how good somebody is. He only dropped one match between his previous 2 opponents, so I need to be very effective and try not to drop any matches, which is going to be difficult when we take a look at his defenses. So let's go ahead and take a look at that next. So in stage 1, they have unlimited X-Men with Quicksilver. It looks like the ISOs aren't 100% where they should be because Quicksilver is set up as a healer for this one. Stage 2 is Secret Defenders with Jessica Jones. Stage 3 is Infinity Watch. Stage 4 is going to give me some trouble. It's the full Out of Time team, and they look massive, especially with that 2 Diamond Black Knight. Stage 5 is Pegasus with Dr. Doom, and Stage 6 is X-Treme X-Men with Dorm. So this is going to be a little bit risky on some of the matches I'm going to have to take, but I need to try to go for the full one-shot or only drop one match at the very most. For stage 1, I'm going to go in with Apocalypse, the Eternals, my own Quicksilver, and I have him as Raider, and Emma Frost. The Emma's going to make it to where my characters will go before his, especially my Quicksilver before his Quicksilver, which is the main thing I wanted to go for. So this should be a pretty quick, efficient match. My Icarus is going to go first. He is a Raider, so I'm going to just use the ultimate. That's going to give them a turn rewind. I didn't quite get the double tap. My Cersei is going to ult, that's going to give another turn me to rewind, and the Dazzler is dead. My Quicksilver is going to use the special on the enemy Quicksilver, that got rid of his charges, and I'm just going to basic him to kill him off. Now it's my Apocalypse's turn. I'm going to ult, and because of the Striker attack, that's going to kill off the Rogue. I do unfortunately have to use the Falcon Punch on the Scarlet Witch because she was the only one that was not stealth. For Emma's turn, I'm just going to basic because he already had the slow on him, so it won't do anything else. The Apocalypse Retaliate did put this stun on Gambit, and Icarus was able to finish him off with the special. Very fast match. For stage 2, I went in with Masters of Evil and Iron Patriot. Now this match didn't definitely go as planned, so I'm going to point out the mistakes that I made and what I should have done instead of what actually happened here. So right off the bat, I make the biggest mistake of the match. My Kang uses the special on Jessica Jones instead of Ms. Marvel Hardlight or Black Cat, so that way I can get a slow on Ms. Marvel Hardlight. I'm not sure why that slipped my mind, but it did, and it cost me the match. For Moonstone, I'm going to use the special. That's going to get the stun on her, which I'm fine with. Titania, I use the special. I was trying to clear the debuffs off of her, but she had such high resistance that I wasn't able to do that. Black Cat used her special. She changed across the field. Photon's passive went off, Robbie's passive went off, then he followed up with a special. So now he has his turn meter going, and the match is pretty much over. So I'm going to quit out here, and we're going to go in with the New Warriors, which is the team I should have used at the start of this. Initially, when I was mapping out my attacks, I was thinking I was going to use the Masters of Evil with Patriot on this one, and then New Warriors on stage 5. I should have actually used it the opposite direction, so we're going to use New Warriors here, the Masters of Evil in 5. So right off the bat, the Ms. Marvel Harlot's going to use the ultimate. The evades do go off, so that's perfect. Gwenpool's going to use the special and flip the buffs on the enemy. My Firestar, I was trying to decide the best bet. I want to take out the Robbie, so I'm going to use the ultimate on Jessica Jones. For Deathpool, I'm going to target the Photon and use the special to spread some of those negative effects over to the Black Cat. Now, I did miss that Black Cat had immunity on her, so spreading the negative effects didn't really do anything. For Cloak and Dagger's turn, though, I do use the ultimate, so I have a lot of debuffs on the enemy side, and I had some evade still up, so when Black Cat used that special, the evade saved me. For Gwenpool, I do use the ultimate that finished off the Robbie and the Photon, so now I just have to worry about the Black Cat, so I'm going to try to neutralize her. For Firestar's turn, I'm going to use that special. Most of her buffs did get flipped over, and Deathpool just used the ultimate. Black Cat's dead, now I just need to take out the Ms. Marvel Harlot. This was a very fast, efficient matchup. I should have went in here first with this team. For stage 3, I'm going to go in with the team that Gwenom has been using. It's the Vulture, Mysterio, Venom, Gwenom, Big Time. This is a very efficient match against Infinity Watch. So right away, I noticed that Phyla-Vell and Moondragon are next to each other. Those are the two biggest threats. That's perfect for me, but bad formation by my opponent. I used Vulture special on Moondragon. The Big Time, I used the special on Adam Warlock that took the revive once off of Adam Warlock and Nebula. For Mysterio, I used the special. Now I start shifting my gear over to Phyla-Vell. I use those mirror image basics on Phyla. I target Moondragon and use Venom's ultimate that spreads those negative effects. Instead of doing the rewind, I actually used Vulture's basic on Moondragon. Because she had all those negative effects, I didn't want to rewind the Gamora. For Big Time's turn, I target Phyla-Vell. I used the ultimate, and that actually killed the Moondragon. Now I'm going to use the special from Venom on Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is dead. Again, I don't want to use the ultimate yet. I use the basic. I kill the Phyla-Vell. I look at the turn meter for Gamora. She's kind of a ways away from her turn, so I'm kind of killing them faster than her turn actually coming up. So now I use the ultimate, I do the turn rewind, and I just tunnel down Gamora. This was a very fast fight for me. This was the main fight I was worried about. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. I did mention this to Gwenom. He used the same matchup on a 3-piece out of time with Red Hulk and the Hulk. I want to try it here, and it's all going to come down to Void Knight. This is a strict RNG matchup. If Void Knight does not get the flip on that ultimate, the match is over. So I was very hesitant about this. This was the first fight I did, and then I went back and did the other fights because I was so worried about this one. So let's see how this one plays out. So this is a 2 diamond Black Knight. My Super Skrull is 6 red. I'm going to use the special first because I want to get the exposed mechanic on him. I did make my Super Skrull a striker. Void Knight used the ultimate. I got the flip. I was very happy when I saw that happen. Super Skrull is going to use the basic on the Black Knight because he has the exposed and he was vulnerable. Starbrand ended up dying from the ping. So So now it's a 4 vs 4 matchup. I lost my Super Skrull. So right now the taunt was on Captain America. I used the special, that way I can hit a defense down opponent. My Red Goblin is up. I used the ultimate. I got the Cosmic Ghost Rider dead. Captain America ended up clearing his debuffs on him. And here you see the damage that the Black Knight's doing. I'm still not out of the woods yet. My Void Knight's up. I'm going to target the Peggy, and I used a special. So now my Void Knight's dead. I have Red Goblin up. I'm going to use the special on the Black Knight. And what I'm going for is I wanted the pings to keep happening. My Kestrel's up. I used the special. Peggy's almost dead. The Carnage is up. I used the ultimate on the Black Knight. And the ping killed the Captain America. I used the basic from Red Goblin, and that finished the match. This was a very stressful match, and I'm happy it worked. For stage 5, I'm going to use that Masters of Evil with Iron Patriot. Since this did not work in stage 2, I'm using it here. Titania will be going first, and I'm going to use the ultimate on Dr. Doom, so that way he gets ability blocked. Kang is up next, and I'm going to target Kestrel and use the special. That's going to hit the adjacent targets and actually kill Dr. Doom, so the biggest threat is already off the board, so I don't have to worry about him being pushed. The striker attack gets another hit on Kestrel. Moonstone's going to go next. I'm going to target Darkhawk and use the ultimate. That's going to stun him and do a nice turn meter rewind. Absorbman will then follow that up with a special of his own, and Darkhawk is now dead. Titania uses the special on Iron Man Infinity War, and my Iron Patriot will use the special. That puts defense down and trauma on them, and Kang will finish off with the basic. For stage 6, I'm going to use my Superior 6 into the Extreme X-Men with Dorn. This is going to be more of a finesse battle than brute force. Green Goblin Classic will be going first. I'm going to start off using his ultimate to do a nice turn meter rewind to everybody. And the goal of this battle is to have the X-Men hit me with abilities. That way I can remove their revive once. The Lizard will be using his ultimate. That's going to clear all the buffs, and he's going to gain the buffs. Kraven's going to go next. I'm going to use the special on Forge. That's going to ability block him. Forge goes next, and he actually uses the basic on Lizard, so his revive once is off, so he is free to be killed. For Doc Ock's turn, I use the special to summon the Shocker out. And Spider Slayer is going to use the special, and that actually kills the Dorm for me. Shocker, I'm going to use the basic on Forge, and that kills him. Here, Sunspot uses ability, and that actually cleared his revive once as well, so he's now free to kill. The Nightcrawler uses his ultimate and clears my buffs. Cyclops dies from the bleeds. And the Green Goblin ping actually killed the Sunspot, so I just have 2 characters left. I use the special from Green Goblin on the Nightcrawler. And here I use Lizard's special that clears the speed up from Nightcrawler. And Kraven finishes it off with the ultimate. And I won my match. My opponent looks like they dropped 2 fights while I only dropped the 1 fight. He got a 49-349. I got a 49-773. So I had really good efficiency even with the 1 dropped match. But let's go ahead and take a look at the matches and see how the defenses played out. For stage 1, I got a 16 and a 22. This was very efficient with the Apocalypse and the Eternals. For stage 2, that's where I had that mess up. I ended up getting a 19 and a 21 off of that one with the New Warriors. For stage 3, I got a 20 and a 11, so that was a pretty good counter against the Infinity Watch. For stage 4, that was the crazy fight I had against the full out of time team. I got a 10 and a 20, so pretty good on turn bonus. My health wasn't quite there, which I'm perfectly fine with, because I did one-shot that. For stage 5, I got a 20 and a 23. And for stage 6, I got a 19 and a 22. As for my defenses, my opponent used Masters of Evil into my stage 1 with the Unlimited X-Men. That got them a 13 and a 19. For stage 2, they used the New Warriors into my Secret Defenders with Agatha and Morgan. It looks like they had to back out. I'm guessing it didn't go as planned, which is kind of the RNG of that fight. They still got a 19 and a 16 with the second attempt in there. For stage 3, they tried the Pure Darkhold into my Infinity Watch. They got a 20 and a 0 because they timed out and had to go back in to finish the match off. For stage 4, they got a 17 and an 18. They used Hive Mind with Apocalypse into that. For stage 5, they got a 20 and a 23. They used the Superior 6 into my X-Treme X-Men with Jubilee. For stage 6, they got a 16 and an 18. They used Super Skrull with Undying into my Hero Asgard. Overall, I was very happy with my performance for this Cosmic Crucible, especially for that stage 4 fight. I was kind of hard on myself though, based on the fact that I messed up that stage 2 fight where I tried the Masters of Evil. Instead of knowing, I should have used New Warriors there. So that kind of annoyed me. I should have one-shot everything, but I was very happy with my performance. If I can go 2-1 next week, then I should go into Masters 1 right as the season change happens. So I think that's going to be kind of beneficial because I'll have some more experience with some of the higher ranked people. Currently, I believe I'm ranked about 350, so I'm hoping to crack into that 200 by going 2-1 next week as well. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think of my matches? Anything that you want me to do the review on for the weekly recap? And as always, please remember to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of the day.